In the vast world of Dragon's Dogma 2, where battles are fierce and magic reigns supreme, the choice of your vocation, or the starting class as they call it in this game, can mean all the difference between victory and defeat. You get to pick one out of the 4 starting classes, and the Mage, I personally believe, that stands out as the beacon of power and versatility. Now, if you've already made your mind of going with the Mage class, then I cannot recommend enough to go with the Gandalf character that I made. Just check out this video and you can get yourself Gandalf character in the game and basically cast all the offensive and defensive spells with this character model. Okay, now let's come back to the topic of why you should choose the Mage class as your starting vocation in the game, and I believe here are the 10 reasons you should consider this as your first playthrough. Versatility in combat roles, I believe, is the first point you should consider using Mage. Mages possess a diverse skill set that allows them to fulfill multiple roles in the combat, and that can range from dealing damage to providing support to the party members. Whether you are casting devastating offensive spells or even healing wounds of your party members, mages can adapt their playstyle to suit the needs of any situation you find yourself in. As the only vocation capable of casting healing spells, mages play a crucial role in maintaining the health and vitality of their party members. With their ability to restore health during battles, mages ensure that the party can endure prolonged engagements and even emerge victorious against formidable foes, even though the odds are not in their favor. Mages have the power to harness the elemental forces of fire, ice, and lightning. This we have already seen in the official Capcom's vocation trailer and the IGN's gameplay preview, as you can see even this video. These spell types allow them to unleash devastating spells that exploit enemy weaknesses. By wielding elemental magic, mages can inflict additional damage based on the vulnerabilities of their enemies, making them formidable foes in any encounter. With spells that enhance the abilities of their allies and protect them from the harm, mages provide invaluable support to their party members, whether granting buffs that increase the base damage or attack power, or even casting protective barriers that mitigate incoming damage. There is no doubt mages bolster the effectiveness of the entire party and ensure their survival in the face of danger. Mages excel in casting spells from a distance. This allows them to engage enemies from afar and maintain a safe vantage point on the battlefield. By utilizing their long-range offensive capabilities, there is no doubt mages can inflict damage on enemies while avoiding direct confrontation. This makes this class a formidable foe in any encounter you face, whether it's small-sized enemies or large-sized golems. Whether facing hordes of enemies or even the powerful bosses in Dragon's Dogma 2, if you are using the Mage class, you can adapt its playstyle, its tactics to suit the needs of your party and even overcome any challenge you may be overwhelming at the moment. With the diverse skill set this class offers to you, the versatile spell casting abilities, I personally believe mages can adjust their strategy on the fly and emerge victorious in even the most challenging battles. By now we know there are multiple spell types, and by combining different spells and abilities, mages can unleash devastating combos that basically destroy enemies and turn the tide of battle in their favor. Whether chaining together elemental space for increased damage or synergizing with the party members for enhanced effects, mages have the potential to unleash inspiring display of magical power. Since mages use ranged damage, they have a clear advantage against the melee-focused enemies. Mages can leverage their ranged attacks to keep their distance and in the meantime exploit vulnerabilities of the enemies they fight. By utilizing their strategic advantage against certain enemy types, Mages can control the flow of battle and dictate the terms of engagement. This allows them to gain a tactical edge in combat, whether you are fighting a boss, a mini boss, or even a couple of enemy types that are much larger than your party size. Mages can bolster their abilities of the allies with buffs that increase attack power, enhance defense, or grant other beneficial effects. These can be unlocked as you progress the story, meet new masters that teach you the magic spells. Additionally, mages can weaken enemies with debuffs that reduce their damage output, impact their movement, or inflict other negative status effects. This class basically does not just give you and your party member buffs, but also nerfs the overall damage of the enemies. Lastly, my personal reason that I believe you should play as the mage class as your starting vocation in the game is the display of arcane arts. It is so satisfying to see you cast the fire at a few goblins or hurl a tornado at a large sized foe. This is something I personally believe you cannot get from other classes such as the archer or even the class that uses the melee weapons like the warrior. But the true power that you can witness is by using this mage class in the game. And that is about everything. 10 reasons that I believe you should be using the mage class as your starting vocation in the game. If you find these 10 tips, 10 things, 10 reasons, whatever you like to call it, helpful to you, then please like, share, and especially subscribe to my channel. I've got tons of guides, tons of explainer videos that I've planned to make once the game releases, and I will jump right on the day one, and I cannot just wait to share with everyone, especially if you have subscribed and click the bell icon.